So I finally had the F10 M5 with its forced engine at its first event. The first event that I've taken this to was Terminal Velocity. It's a half-mile event and the car done pretty well actually. It was the fastest BMW on the day despite having massive headwinds. I managed to get 170 miles an hour. Now this event, although showing me how fast the car was and how much more powerful it is, it also showed me the problems that can arise with that, and that was mainly traction. So this car was spinning up through first, second, third, and I was finally hooking in fourth at around 100 so mile an hour. That's no good. What was even worse about it is it was mainly one wheel that was spinning. So the car was kicking out to the side and I was having to back off to recorrect the car. So I've taken my attention away from trying to get as much power out of this car to trying to also get as much traction out of it as well. And to do so, I'm doing three things. The first thing, wave track differential. This differential, if I get any slip or spin, it should lock both the wheels, so I should have more traction, but also if it does spin, it should drag me in a straight line instead of just one wheel spinning up and actually turning me sideways. Secondly, 19-inch wheels. So I'll be using these wheels because I love them, but at events I will switch over to the 19s with a thicker sidewall where I can hopefully get a bit more traction using those. And then finally, KWV3 coilovers. Now, the coilovers are the unknown one to me. They may work, they may not. It depends how soft they're going to go and how much adjustment they've got in them. But you don't know unless you try. So I'm going to put the KWs on, get the diff on, get the tyres on, and then hopefully this can hook up a bit better. I don't expect to get first or second, but if I can hook up a bit better in third, that will be fantastic. Also, once I was getting into fourth and fifth, I started to notice there was a little bit of clutch slip on this car. So this has the Spec X clutch with the billet baskets. It was just starting to slip up a little bit, which is to be expected. We're around 1400 Newton meters with this now, and I had no gearbox map on there. So that was my little ace up my sleeve. I put the gearbox map on this car. It's actually version 2, so I'm the only person running this currently, but the shifts are much quicker and the clamping force is much better, and I've taken the car out and it doesn't seem to have any issues. I won't truly know until I get it back at one of these events, because that's when we fill it through. Let me say that again. That's when I fill it with race fuel and I push a little bit more power. But what I'm seeing so far inspires confidence anyway. So, Ford's engine's in, car's done great. Now it's more about getting the traction. So the car's currently 1100 brake. There is more left in her. I've only been running on an E50 fuel where I can run an E85. But until it's actually gripping, there's no point actually putting that extra power in, because it just means more wheel spin. I hate to say it, but this is the sort of times when an F10 M5 and the X-Drive really comes into its own, because you can get traction and you can go. I like rear-wheel drive, I like these cars. I've invested a lot of time and effort into them, and I'm not willing to abandon ship, so I want to try to do everything that I can do to try to get this car as grippy and as sticky as possible. If it means having to go over the smaller brake discs on the back or whatever I have to do, I will do it. So yeah, there's an update with the car. It is out there, it is going to events, it is going ridiculously quick, but it is also doing a hell of a lot of wheel spinning. So when the next event comes up, which I think is in a few weeks' time, I will do another update video. I don't think I'll have all of the modifications on, because I don't really have long to get ready for it, but I'll at least have some of them on, and we'll see what sort of difference that makes.